We now have first-person intel from inside the Westview anomaly.
What are we looking at here? Is it an alternate reality, time travel?
It's a sitcom.
Starring 2 Avengers?
It's a working theory. Life moves fast out in the suburbs.
I think something's wrong here.
Should we just take it from the top?
Wanda!
I don't know how any of this started.
What is outside of Westview?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. It's probably just a case of the Mondays. Am I right?
After a crazy WandaVision episode released last night that gave us an insight of what exactly is going on with S.W.O.R.D., we now have a sneak peek for episode 5 of WandaVision, and things appear to be spicing up. Hey everybody, it's Chris. I'm the host of Cosmic Culture, and today we will be talking extensively about WandaVision episode 4, so there are spoilers ahead. So if you haven't had a chance to see WandaVision episode 4 just yet, you might want to click away and come back later. For the rest of you, what a crazy episode we had released last night with a lot of revealing factors, different secret hidden Easter eggs, and a lot for us fans to look into and break down. Of course, our sister channel, The Cosmic Wonder, will be doing a full in-depth episode breakdown, so be sure to look for that over on his channel. This is more to talk about the sneak peek and more to speculate about what exactly is going on after this episode has aired. So for starters, in this sneak peek, we see a lot of things heating up in the Westview side of the story arc. After episode 4, there is 2 story sides. The S.W.O.R.D. side, which is going on right outside of Westview, and the Westview side, where 2 different things are currently taking place. Inside Westview, we have recently learned that Wanda is aware that something is going on. As we saw in episode 4, after she got rid of Monica Rambeau and she said, "I am in complete control," talking to Vision saying we can't leave, and a lot of other different factors, we found out that Wanda is actually in control of a lot, if not all, of what is going on. At least that's what they want us to think. But then again, during the sneak peek for episode 5, we hear Wanda specifically saying, "I don't know how any of this started."
I don't know how any of this started.
And she sounds rather frantic, and it isn't really in her TV show voice style that she's been doing. It's more in her normal voice, which we heard extensively in this last episode, episode 4, where she's talking like just normal Wanda in a normal reality. So maybe she did make contact with Wu again on the outside, or with Darcy, and they're asking what's going on, and she's responding, "I don't know exactly how this started," but she's aware that she can control it, and she does edit it or censor it, as they were saying in this episode, to make it best fit what she needs it to be. Because of course she wants to live in a happy reality, but she has terrifying flashbacks, which we saw with zombie Vision as she looked over at him and saw him in his dead state with the stone ripped out of his head, his eyes white and his color gray, which was a terrifying scene to see. But it is her reality. She still does have these glimpses and sights back, which probably came to her from the intrusion of Monica Rambeau, who brought up Ultron and kind of distorted this perfect reality that she has built around herself. We can also see in this sneak peek for episode 5 a few different episodes of TV series throughout sagas. We see definitely a 90s setup when right here we see Agatha say, "Okay, let's take it from the top." And then shortly later on, we see a more Office where they're talking documentary style, and she's talking to the camera and says, "Oh, but it's probably just a case of the Mondays." And we did hear a rumor of an Office style TV sitcom era in this show, so that makes perfect sense as well. We will, however, in this next episode, episode 5, be jumping through multiple different TV styles, and we also see Wanda and Vision in a little bit more of a normal setup inside Westview. Meaning you see them with their powers flying through the city. You hear a lot of normal talking that doesn't fit the sitcom way they've been talking throughout these episodes. So there are these flashes between the reality they're living in and actual reality that do become very apparent based off of the way they even interact with each other. We also see the Halloween episode is in here, which is probably part of the 90s episode. And then we also see what we've been seeing images of, and that is Wanda and Vision kind of going at it. Wanda has her red glowing hands and visions up in the air, and they look very angry at each other. This could be some type of realization that she's either had with herself, and that's forcing her to fight with her self-consciousness that is Vision, because we know Vision isn't real, especially after seeing zombie Vision. And then to finish off the sneak peek for episode 5, we see a figure emerging from inside Westview through this shield that is going around it and exiting towards where all of these sword agents are. Now, whoever that is going to end up being, I personally think it may be the major villain reveal. So if there is somebody behind the scenes pulling strings like Mephisto, we might get a vision of them here where they kind of come out, cause havoc, and then disappear. Or maybe some other kind of issue where it's just Wanda coming and clearing everybody out because they're messing with her reality. But it doesn't seem like she's 100% behind it. And I think that's what the masterminds over at Marvel wanted us to think with this episode 4. Oh my gosh, it's 100% Wanda. She kicked out Monica because she's trying to keep her own little universe. And she told Vision that they have to stay in Westview and that she got it all under control. It's 100% Wanda. No, that's what they want you to think. There is still somebody else pulling the strings. And like I already mentioned in this video, we saw that when she said, I don't know how this all started. So there is something else going on somewhere. She is trapped in this little world that she's controlling by a force, by an individual, by a group of people that we don't know who it is yet, whether it's Hydra somehow, if it's AIM, if it's Mephisto, if it's Doctor Doom for some reason. You know, there's a plethora of people who it could be. Obviously, the fan favorite right now is Mephisto. A lot of people think it's going to end up being Mephisto, trying to get Wanda's kids, trying to have all of these different comic book scenarios play out. We're going to have to wait to find that out. But a very, very cool episode 4 and an epic sneak peek into episode 5 where we get to see how a lot of these different reveals start to take form and show themselves a little bit more frequently in the series. A lot of episodes left and some information for us still to obtain, but just from what we saw in episode 4 and this sneak peek, it's definitely something that you're going to want to buckle up for and get ready for a crazy, crazy ride. Guys, I want to know what you all thought about episode 4. Let me know in the comments down below. It definitely was an eye-opener for WandaVision, kicking off the MCU and Phase 4 as we are getting things rolling. As always, thank you to everybody who watched till the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, entertaining, be sure to subscribe and stay up to date on all of this major movie and television news that we cover daily right here on Cosmic Culture.